We've all had our fair share of crazy moments we'd rather keep private, but when you're a celebrity, those moments are anything but hidden. They happen right in the spotlight for the world to see, and judge, of course. From Keisha practically begging Jerry Seinfeld for a hug to Miley Cyrus going wild at a photographer for shoving her mom, here are some of the wildest moments of female celebrities caught on camera. Janet Jackson. 20 years ago, the infamous Nipplegate incident took place. It happened during the Super Bowl halftime show on February 1st, 2004, a live performance watched by an estimated 143.6 million people worldwide. During Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake's performance of Timberlake's hit Rock Your Body, things took an unexpected turn. As Timberlake sang the lyric, "Bet I'll have you naked by the end of this song," he tore off Jackson's red lace bra. The plan was for it to reveal a red bustier underneath, but due to a wardrobe malfunction, it didn't go as expected. Instead, over 100 million viewers caught a glimpse of Janet's bare breast, seemingly adorned with a nipple piercing, ironically aligning with the song's provocative lyrics. The incident occurred right when digital video recording and internet technology were booming, and debates about technology's influence on kids were heating up. Of course, Nipplegate became one of the most viewed, most searched for, and most talked about moments on the internet at the time. Interestingly, halftime shows used to be quite conservative, with marching bands and wholesome music as the main attractions. That all changed when Janet's brother, Michael Jackson, proved that high-energy pop performances could boost ratings and bring in serious ad revenue. After Nipplegate, some speculated that Janet, Timberlake, and even the producers intentionally planned the wardrobe malfunction as a publicity stunt. If that was the goal, it certainly succeeded in grabbing attention. However, the FCC was flooded with 540,000 complaints about the incident, with 65,000 filed by the Parents Television Council alone. This hit at a time when the right-wing family values movement was still influential in American culture, and concerns were growing about kids being exposed to inappropriate content through the internet and mass media. The controversy, dubbed Nipplegate, triggered months of heated debate. Viacom, the parent company of CBS, was hit with a fine of $550,000 from the FCC for the incident, but fortunately for them, the Supreme Court ruled against it. People often claim they'd do anything for their partner, walk over hot coals, take a bullet, you name it. But what if the real test of love was staying faithful? Confused as to what I'm talking about? Let's take a look at the next celebrity. Katya Jones. Unsurprisingly, infidelity is one of the top reasons for breakups and divorces in the United States. And sure enough, it was the reason Katya and her ex-husband Neil Jones parted ways. Everyone was shocked when a clip surfaced showing Katya and her dance partner at the time, Shawn Walsh, sharing a steamy kiss. Mind you, both Katya and Shawn were in committed relationships when this happened. Katya and her ex-husband Neil Jones started their journey together back in 2008 when they met in Blackpool. They became dance partners, won 4 British national championships, fell in love, and got married in 2013. However, things took a turn in 2018 after the scandal involving Shawn Walsh. Shawn's partner, Rebecca Humphries, wasn't happy about it and ended things with him. As for Katya, she initially reassured the public that her marriage was fine, but over time, cracks began to show, and the couple eventually split in 2019. Neil is now engaged to Love Island star China Mills, and the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Havana, in October 2023. In an interview, Katya shared that she's genuinely happy for Neil and admires how beautiful his daughter is. More than anything, though, she's grateful they've managed to stay friends despite everything they've been through, given the life they once shared. Earlier in 2024, Katya opened up about her concerns regarding her biological clock as she approached her 35th birthday. She admitted it's been challenging to balance her career with finding the right person and starting a family. In a January 2024 interview, Neil revealed that he and Katya had never really talked about having children during their marriage. They were too focused on their careers. In contrast, China expressed a strong desire to have kids early on in their relationship, and just 3 months in, they decided to go for it. After the scandal, Katya faced significant backlash, but has since learned to rise above the negativity. It's admirable that she and Neil have maintained their friendship through it all. Wishing them both the best. Next up, Cardi B. Cardi B is an amazing rapper, and like any top talent, she's often compared to others who are just as good in their own way. In her case, that comparison is usually with Nicki Minaj. Interestingly, the two rap queens grew up just 25 kilometers apart in New York, Cardi in the Bronx and Nicki in Queens. But despite their shared NYC roots, they're more like oil and water. Their fiery rivalry simmered for over a year before blowing up on September 5th, 2018, with a full-blown WWE-style showdown at the Harper's Bazaar Icons Bash during New York Fashion Week.
Why
Cardi B left the fight with her dress torn, exposing her bottom and a noticeable mark on her head. Apparently, the fight between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party during New York Fashion Week in September 2018 was reportedly fueled by long-standing tensions between the two. The rivalry had been brewing for years, with subtle disses and public drama escalating over time. On the night of the incident, Cardi confronted Nicki, accusing her of liking and sharing posts on social media that insulted Cardi's parenting skills and her daughter, Culture. Cardi claimed Nicki had crossed a line by bringing her child into the drama. The confrontation quickly escalated into a physical altercation, with Cardi allegedly lunging at Nicki. Security intervened, but not before Cardi threw her shoe in Nicki's direction. The dramatic moment left Cardi with a visible lump on her forehead, reportedly from an elbow during the scuffle. Following the dispute, Cardi B posted a message to Instagram, where, without mentioning Minaj by name, she seemed to speak about why the fight started. Both parties later addressed the situation, with Cardi standing by her actions and Nicki denying the accusations, calling the incident humiliating and unnecessary. Don't mess with Cardi's baby girl. She won't hesitate to come for you. Another celebrity who doesn't tolerate any nonsense when it comes to her loved ones, not even from their significant other, is Solange Knowles. Blood is thicker than water, and it definitely shows in the Knowles family. Surveillance video from an elevator back in 2014 captured Solange and Jay-Z going at it. In the footage, Jay-Z is ferociously attacked by Solange, who is wildly kicking and swinging at him inside the elevator. It all went down after a Met Gala party at the Standard Hotel in NYC. In the elevator, Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Solange step in, and things take a wild turn. Solange starts yelling at Jay-Z before launching into a full-on attack. A big guy, likely Jay-Z's bodyguard, tries to hold her back, but she still manages to land a few hits, at least 3. At one point, she kicks at Jay-Z, and he grabs her foot but doesn't fight back. Beyoncé stands by without stepping in. The bodyguard eventually hits the emergency stop on the 12th floor, probably to keep things private. During the chaos, Solange smacks Jay-Z with her purse, spilling everything onto the floor. Eventually, they leave the elevator, but not before Solange gets in a few more hits. The trio exits together, though Solange looks furious. Beyoncé and Solange get into one car, while security escorts Jay-Z to a separate one. As for what caused the fight, that's still a mystery, but people rumored it was about a cheating scandal involving Jay-Z. The cheating theory seems to stick with most people, especially since Lemonade came out not long after, and Beyoncé's lyrics heavily hinted at infidelity. Lines like "Becky with the good hair" only fueled the gossip even more, making Rachel Roy the prime suspect for a while. But since they've kept it all private, we're left connecting the dots based on speculation and those wild Lemonade references. Moving on, but before we dive in, I've got to warn you, the next entry reeks of double standards. Cara Delevingne. 2017 was a major turning point in pop culture, with the rise of the #MeToo movement. It all started with Ronan Farrow's explosive report in The New Yorker exposing Harvey Weinstein, a powerful studio executive who coerced actresses into exchanging sexual favors for roles. Cara was one of many women who bravely came forward, sharing her own experience and speaking out against exploitation and harassment. Fast forward to 2021, and she found herself doing this. This is embarrassing. In case you missed it, that was Cara Delevingne sneaking in a kiss on an unsuspecting Megan Thee Stallion. Judging by the way Megan leaned back and adjusted Cara there, it was pretty clear she wasn't exactly thrilled about it. Some of Cara's fans brushed it off, saying she seemed a bit tipsy from having one too many drinks, and felt that the moment was kinda cute. I don't know about you, but that screams double standard. If it had been a guy, the Peters, Susans, and Karens of the internet would have been out in full force, pitchforks ready to tear him apart. But hey, cute. Hats off to Megan for setting boundaries and doing it so calmly. This isn't the first time Cara has acted like she's above boundaries, though. A few years ago, during a concert, she was caught on camera getting uncomfortably close to Azealia Banks, almost as if she was trying to sneak a kiss, just like she did with Megan. The shocking part about this clip was how Azealia Banks kept her cool and carried on like nothing happened. With nearly 45 million followers on Instagram, Delevingne is one of Hollywood's most prominent queer actors. She's proven that she can live openly, being photographed with her girlfriend by the paparazzi without her career taking a hit, and that's great progress. But it seems like the fame might be getting to her head, making her feel untouchable when it comes to crossing the line with other female celebrities, and sometimes even regular people. The supermodel once bragged about having sex on a plane full of passengers. In an interview with her Suicide Squad co-star Margot Robbie, Cara shared that she's hooked up with both men and women on a plane. She even admitted that one encounter got so loud it caught the attention of a fellow passenger. Instead of being a little less inconsiderate, she actually called a flight attendant to deal with the person for staring. Seriously? What the heck? If a world-famous supermodel decided to get it on in the seat next to me, I'd do my best to look away. It's awkward enough as it is, but feeling entitled enough to demand privacy in such a public setting, just so she could keep going, is next level ridiculous. But you know what's even more ridiculous? Some of these celebrities could be fighting the battle of their lives, yet they're forced to present a picture-perfect facade to the world. Case in point, Selena Gomez. On The Graham Norton Show, Selena Gomez got real about her ongoing battle with lupus, a chronic illness, and how tough it's been to manage it while constantly being in the spotlight. The conversation took an emotional turn when Miranda, known for her genuine and thoughtful interviews, asked Selena how she juggles her career with the physical and emotional challenges of living with the disease. Selena opened up about how lupus has affected her life, from constant pain and fatigue to needing a kidney transplant in 2017. As she spoke, it was clear how much this still affects her. She admitted that there are days when she feels totally defeated, like her own body is working against her. She also talked about the isolation that comes with an invisible illness, where people don't see the struggles behind her public persona. The conversation got especially emotional when Selena shared the fear and uncertainty that come with lupus. She spoke about moments when she thought she might not be able to keep going with her career or live the life she envisioned. Her voice cracked, and she started tearing up as she revealed just how exhausting it is to fight a battle that nobody else can see. Miranda didn't rush the moment, instead showing a lot of empathy and telling Selena how much her bravery in speaking out had inspired others with chronic illnesses. She also praised Selena for handling all of this while staying in the public eye. Despite her emotions, Selena expressed how thankful she is for the platform to share her story. She talked about how important it is to raise awareness about lupus and other chronic conditions, and stressed the need for self-care, mental health, and having a support system. The interview really resonated with viewers, many of whom could relate to Selena's vulnerability and felt seen by her honesty. We've all had those embarrassing moments at work, right? Well, guess what? Even superstars aren't immune to them. A good example would be Madonna. At the 2015 Brit Awards, Madonna's performance turned into an unforgettable moment, but not for the reasons she probably hoped. She was performing Living for Love, and things were going smoothly until a wardrobe malfunction and a tricky choreography move combined for a dramatic fall. The performance involved Madonna wearing a long, flowing cape while descending a set of stairs as part of an elaborate dance routine. As she reached the bottom of the stairs, the cape got caught on one of the stage's props, yanking her backward. In that split second, she lost her balance and fell straight down the stairs, landing hard on her back. It was a pretty shocking moment, especially because the fall was so unexpected and happened live in front of the huge crowd. But here's the thing, Madonna didn't let it disturb her for a second. Like the pro she is, she quickly bounced back up, didn't miss a beat, and finished the performance as though nothing had happened. You could tell she was a little rattled, but she kept going, and the audience cheered for her recovery. It's a testament to how tough and composed she is. Falling in front of a global audience and just keeping on going is no easy feat. It was definitely an embarrassing moment, but I love how Madonna handled it. But hey, Madonna's not the only one who's had an awkward moment. Kesha had a pretty awkward run-in at an event when Jerry Seinfeld turned down her hug, and it quickly became a huge talking point. This happened in 2016 at the telethon for hurricane relief. Kesha, known for her outgoing and free-spirited personality, was thrilled to meet Seinfeld, the comedy legend. She approached him for a hug, but things didn't go as planned. With her usual excitement and friendliness, Kesha asked Seinfeld for a hug, but he awkwardly declined. He said, "I'm not doing that," making it clear he wasn't comfortable with the idea. Kesha seemed embarrassed as she stepped back, and the whole situation felt pretty uncomfortable for everyone around. It got even more awkward when Seinfeld later explained that he didn't know Kesha and didn't just go around hugging strangers.
Because it's hard to just sleep when you're tired, because people are tired most of the time.
Kesha, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
While Kesha tried to brush it off with a laugh, the moment quickly went viral, with fans taking sides. Some felt bad for Kesha, thinking she was just being friendly, while others defended Seinfeld, suggesting he might have been caught off guard and wasn't okay with the situation. Despite the awkwardness, Kesha handled it with grace, maintaining her composure in front of the cameras. Still, the embarrassing moments are far from over. Fergie had one of those unforgettable, cringe-worthy moments on stage that no one would want to repeat. During her performance with the Black Eyed Peas at the 2005 NBA All-Star Game halftime show, she accidentally peed herself in front of a huge audience. The performance was super high energy, and Fergie was giving it her all, but things took a turn. While performing, it became clear that Fergie had a little accident. Yep, she peed herself. Of course, it was caught on camera, and soon photos of the moment were all over the media. It wasn't just a small slip-up either. It became a majorly embarrassing moment. moment, especially since everyone was talking about it. But Fergie didn't let it stop her. She kept going with the performance and powered through the rest of the show, showing some serious resilience. The story and photos quickly went viral, and people couldn't stop talking about it. The whole thing ended up becoming one of those pop culture moments that people still remember. Fergie, though, took it like a champ. She laughed it off later, proving she wasn't too bothered by it and didn't let it define her. It was a solid reminder that even the biggest stars can have embarrassing moments, but it's how they handle it that matters. And Fergie showed that with some humor and grace, you can get through anything, even peeing yourself on stage, I guess. Would you classify this next entry as embarrassing? Let me know. Ariana Grande. It's been 9 years since Ariana licked a donut and said, "I hate America." Ariana Grande had the internet in a frenzy when a video surfaced in 2015 of her in a donut shop, licking donuts that were on display. It all started when she was with her then-boyfriend, Ricky Alvarez, at a California donut shop. The video showed Ariana leaning over the counter, licking a donut without buying it, then casually saying, "I hate America." Naturally, the video went viral, and fans were confused and divided. Some thought it was a hilarious, spontaneous moment, while others were pretty grossed out by the whole thing. The whole thing felt strange because, well, Ariana was known for her sweet, polished image, and this was anything but that. Ariana quickly apologized, explaining that she was caught in a moment of frustration over the state of the country and that the whole thing was a joke. She admitted that she made a big mistake and was sorry for her actions. Now, I gotta warn ya, this next entry might be slightly annoying, especially for folks who watched this slip right under their very nose. Violation on camera. In an old vlog, David, a member of the vlog squad, pulls out his camera to confront his friend Dom about touching Corinna's lady part. At this point in the clip, you can see Corinna yelling at Dom to stop touching her inappropriately. When the video was first uploaded, a lot of viewers brushed it off, thinking, well, it's the vlog squad, who knows what's real with them? Maybe this is just another shock value stunt. But looking back now, it's clear that what went down wasn't just some edgy joke, it was seriously messed up. Dominica's Dirte Dom Zaglitis' behavior with Corinna wasn't an isolated incident. And David Dobrik's reactions often came off as more like casual warnings than serious efforts to address the problem. It seemed like Dobrik prioritized the chaotic vibe of the vlog squad's content over setting any firm boundaries. Things took a darker turn quickly. Before the vlog squad's reputation completely unraveled, the group faced multiple allegations of fostering a toxic environment, including claims of sexual misconduct. Dom ended up at the center of these controversies. On March 17, 2021, the first major accusation surfaced, claiming that Dom had sexually assaulted a woman during a 2018 filming session. A 22-year-old woman detailed her experience with the vlog squad, explaining how she and her friends initially visited Dom's apartment after David Dobrik posted a Snapchat inviting women 18 and over to be extras in a vlog about Dom needing a sex intervention. On a second visit to the apartment on May 18th, Dobrik brought her and a group of fans back. The woman described unsettling interactions with Dom, some of which were filmed and appeared in Dobrik's May 19th vlog. At one point, Dom tried to tackle her, and while the vlog cuts away before contact, Insider reported that unedited footage shows him trapping her in a hallway corner and making inappropriate physical advances. Dobrik can be heard saying, "Stop, stop, stop," before stepping in to pull Dom off her. Just days later, on March 20th, 2 more women came forward with accusations of sexually inappropriate behavior against Dom. In the aftermath, David Dobrik released 2 public apologies in an attempt to address the backlash, but Dom remained silent for what felt like forever. Why didn't he say anything? Maybe he thought staying quiet would make the controversy fade away, but it didn't. Eventually, Dom did make an official statement, but it left people scratching their heads. Why? Well, it came off as oddly self-centered. Here's what he said. In an Instagram story post, Dom offered a 3-part response. First, he apologized. Then he called the accusations misleading. And finally, he mentioned donating money to charity. Judging by social media reactions, the last 2 parts didn't sit well with people at all. He started by addressing the women directly. "I want to sincerely apologize to the women involved in this incident. I definitely empathize with the pain everyone has suffered in this matter." But then he quickly pivoted to denying the allegations. "As far as I'm concerned, everything that occurred during the night in question was completely consensual. I believe the statements made against me are misleading and unfairly attack my character." Unsurprisingly, many found this approach unconvincing. Social media didn't buy it, with many calling out the lack of sincerity and accountability in his statement. The timing didn't help either. His response came so late that it seemed more like damage control than genuine remorse. Moving on, what would you do if someone disrespects your mom? Well, here's what Miley did. Miley Cyrus. Miley has always been known for her fiery personality, especially when it comes to standing up for the people she loves. One moment that really showed this happened back in 2010 when she was still shifting from her Disney days to a more grown-up career. She was out in Los Angeles with her mom, Tish Cyrus, when a group of paparazzi started swarming them, trying to snap pictures. It got messy when one of the photographers got way too close to her mom. So close that Miley thought he might have bumped into or touched her. Without skipping a beat, Miley jumped in to protect her mom, making it clear that nobody crosses the line with her family. Acting on pure instinct, Miley didn't hold back. She grabbed the lens of a paparazzo's camera and confronted them head-on. Her protective side was in full swing as she told the photographer to back off and respect their space. Witnesses said she was clearly upset, making it obvious that crossing her family's boundaries wasn't something she'd let slide.
Miley?
What the heck? Are you serious? You don't calm down. You just hit my mom with the
I didn't hit your mom.
Yeah, you just ran into
I'll
my
never
mom with the
disrespect
camera.
your mom.
You just ran into my mom with your camera.
Mom, that would never disrespect your mom.
Don't you ever do that again. You just almost hurt my mom. Don't you ever even think about it. For real.
That's how you gonna disrespect me?
It
was obvious. I don't think you did that.
Hit my mom.
I don't think you did that. I never disrespect your mom like that.
The incident made headlines, with photos and videos of the confrontation circulating online. Many fans praised Miley for standing up for her mother, calling her actions a testament to how much she values family. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Looks like you enjoyed it. Why not check out these other videos on your screen? See if you like them. 2.